Cancer, we are going to be doing your reading, so we're going to get right into it and see what is going on for you guys. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. All right, let's see. Cancer. Let's see what this is all about. Ooh, the Hierophant and the Two of Wands. I feel like this is important. Maybe you guys like the color red also. I feel like that kind of stuck out to me. All right. Maybe planning something kind of new, or there's something that you're maybe trying to work with in maybe an old belief system or let's see what's going on, Cancer. All right, Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Searching for something possibly, okay, searching for something. So, all right, let's see what's going on. All right. Okay, I feel like you are searching for something. Sun card. All right, maybe you're going to find it. That's cool. Okay, so you guys have the Three of Wands. This is showing up for your current energy here. So I feel like there is kind of, I do want to say there's something about like a search, but I wonder if you're maybe waiting for something to return back or waiting to hear back from, I don't know, something here, okay? That kind of stuff. That's kind of what I'm feeling. There might even be something that you're kind of like waiting for a minute, you know, to maybe gather more information, or again, to hear a particular response from somebody, something like that, okay? All right, so you have the Page of Wands. This is showing up in your environment. So you know what I kind of feel like? Somebody is like, they like hear your call, or somebody, I don't know, somebody around you is like maybe trying to make their way towards you, okay, that kind of thing. I also understand maybe there's just something around you that's like, needs to be like updated, or you know, something like that, or there's a sense of like, okay, like we should go on an adventure. There's definitely something about that, like like either waiting for maybe somebody left and you're waiting for them to return back to you, that kind of thing, okay? But I feel like there is like movement going on around you, or this is maybe a situation that you're feeling kind of drawn to do something maybe a little bit new, or a little bit like unknown in some sense. All right. So let's see, you guys have, you have the Fool card. This is showing up for your challenge. This could maybe be like a little bit of a hesitation in some sense to do something kind of new, okay? That kind of stuff. For some of you guys, I even wonder if this Three of Wands is you guys being like, okay, I just received information, or I just heard back from something, and maybe the challenge is like, what do I do with this? Do I take like a leap of faith on this information, do something kind of new, or do I like stay in like the old way of thinking or doing something, that kind of stuff, all right? That's kind of what I'm feeling. Okay, so let's see. I also want to say there might be something here about like wanting somebody to like come with you, or wanting to have somebody like by your side with whatever this is, that kind of thing. Okay, Cancer. So you have the Devil card. This is showing up for your opportunity. So I feel like there's an opportunity to maybe make something like permanent, okay, that kind of thing. For some of you guys, I wonder if this is even like the Devil card here is your opportunity. Maybe this is like breaking away from something that's more traditional, or more like, you know, you're used to doing it, or, you know, something like that, okay? Or an old like, an old rule book, something about that. And it might be that you have the opportunity to either break free from that, or to make that like more permanent in some sense, okay? That kind of thing. So, all right, let's see what else. Let's get your Oracle cards out, and then we will clarify your reading and see what else is going on here. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Okay, I do think that there is something about releasing something, okay? I definitely feel that way, especially with this Oracle card. So, all right, let's clarify. Let's get your other tarot cards out, and then we'll get into this and talk more. All right, let's see. All right. I almost just wanted to call you Gemini. All right. Oh my gosh, guys, there's the King of Cups. I'm telling you, this King of Cups is everywhere. Okay, so you guys have number 51, conjunction and alliance. Okay, so I think I might have called you Gemini, or wanted to. I think it was because of the geese on this card. Okay, I think that's probably why. So, all right, yes, you have this conjunction alliance card. I like the number 51 here. I feel like that's kind of speaking towards this Devil card. All right, that kind of thing. So, yes, I feel like there is something where maybe you're like, dude, I need to break away from like, again, like the old way of doing something, that kind of stuff. I think that that's maybe something that you're either actively doing right now, or you're like conceptualizing that kind of thing. You have the Four of Wands, and you have it with the Three of Wands. So some of you guys maybe are dealing with an Aries, or this is maybe just you needing to like take initiative on something, that kind of stuff. Okay. All right. Okay, so yes, I feel like in the past, I do think that there was maybe a sense of like, I want to say like a celebration or being like welcomed into something, okay, walking into something and maybe feeling welcomed or just walking into something here. And I feel like right now it's like, okay, I'm walking in and now I'm waiting to see like what is going to come of whatever this is. I definitely understand something about a search of some sort, okay? Definitely understanding that. I feel like maybe what you're searching for or maybe what you're hearing back, with this conjunction alliance card, it could be that you're just like, okay, an alliance. Like I want like, somebody who's going to, or people who are going to kind of like be on my side with something or, show a certain level of support with something that you're trying to like put forward or like support in some sense. So, all right, in your environment, wow, there's a lot of fire going on here, which has actually been happening like all week. So, all right. In your environment, you have the Seven of Wands, and then you have it with the Page of Wands. I feel like there is maybe something about putting up a particular, actually, I don't even think that, well, maybe this is boundaries. This maybe is somebody who is putting up boundaries to like contain maybe somebody or something that has, I got to tell you, I'm getting this as like putting like a leash on a dog or I don't know, like something like that, okay? That kind of thing. Interesting. You do have the Fool card. The Fool card is depicted with that dog reference, so a little bit interesting there. All right, but yes, I do feel like there's maybe something that in the past you maybe were defending something, or there was something that you were possibly feeling like unsure of or unready to do something, being like, wait, I need more time, or something like that. Okay, that kind of stuff. And I feel like right now in your environment, there's this energy of again wanting to go on an adventure, wanting to do something kind of new, following maybe impulses, something about that. I feel like there's like something that you're just, it's like you're reaching towards something, like you're ready to, I just like you're ready to be supported in a certain way, or I don't know, something regarding that. So, all right, let's see what else. Okay, so you have the Wise one. It says tradition and order, and this is showing up for your possible challenge here. So, all right, okay, the Wise one. So to me, that's like the Hierophant, okay? So we have the Wise one, tradition, order, that kind of stuff. I gotta tell you, I understand this as like the Hierophant and the Hermit, like colliding, that kind of thing. So you have the Two of Cups with the Fool card here. So, all right, it almost feels like in the past there was some partnership formed, or there maybe was an alliance of some sort in the past energy here, that kind of stuff. I'm wondering if the challenge is maybe somebody kind of like up and left, or was just like, dude, I'm out of here, like that kind of thing. That could be something that's maybe presenting as a challenge, because that could be like, well, hold on, now the order is off. Now, like what we already kind of like settled on here, it's not complete, or it's imbalanced, or something about that, okay? I also understand maybe being hesitant for a certain relationship, possibly because there's something that you like found out, or like inherited some type of knowledge, inherited some type of something maybe from your family, or just the way that like your belief system is, or the way you learn something about that, okay? That's kind of what I'm feeling here, is like part of that challenge. It's like, do I want to do something different here, or like, can I do this thing by myself? Sorry, my this happens like all the time. My iPad is just, hold on 1 second. That's got to be a wrong text. Somebody just texted me saying, "What's going on, old man?" Okay, I don't know what that's about. All right, okay. That's weird. The Wise one. That's like weirdly. Okay. That timing was interesting. Okay, so yes, it's like this whole thing of like, do I want to like restart this thing, or do I want to like go back to the drawing board, that kind of thing. Again, maybe it was like, yep, we're going to do this thing together, and now there might be a situation where it's like, and now you kind of have to do this alone, that kind of stuff. But I feel like there's a sense of you guys like wanting to have like partnership, wanting to have like somebody coming with you, or somebody at least supporting you in some sense, like supporting your ideas, supporting whatever it is that like you're wanting to do, or update, or entering like a new something or other here. All right, like shying away from tradition, okay, that kind of thing. So you might be like, dude, I'm all about that, and you might be dealing with somebody who's like, no, I'm actually like, I don't want to do something new. I don't want to do something like that. I want to do what we usually do, or like the old way of doing something, that kind of thing. So you have the Six of Cups, and you have it with the Page of Swords here for part of this challenge. So I think this is about revising something, going over something, reviewing something, revising it, that kind of stuff. All right, maybe there's even somebody who's like, well, no, I think that's kind of what we're talking about. It's like, like reviewing, like maybe revising maybe the way that something was passed down to you, or the way that you learned something, or somebody kind of shared something with you, that kind of stuff. That might be part of what it is, but I do understand like reviewing something, revising something, that kind of thing. You have the Page of Swords with whatever's going on here, so I feel like whatever it is, it's going to bring in a level of interest or clarity or a conversation, something like that, okay? I do understand like interest, or even something going like quicker, I almost want to say, okay? That kind of stuff. So you have the Hierophant. This is showing up as what to avoid. So we've been kind of talking about this whole reading, Cancer. I almost called you Pisces. Dude, all week, I've been calling everybody the wrong name. I call my kids the wrong name all the friggin' time, but like, I don't know. So anyway, Hierophant showing up for what to avoid. For some of you guys, maybe this is, like we've been saying, it's just an avoidance of whatever the heck it was that was like passed down to you, or the way that you, a certain initiation or something like that. It's like avoiding that for one reason or another, that kind of stuff. Okay, that could certainly be it. Somebody's experiencing like a good amount of synchronicities here, okay, or like they're tapped into divine timing, all right, like currently, that kind of thing, all right, or as someone's watching this, I can definitely feel that energy. So yes, I also feel like, again, it's like just another one of those like, hey, avoid doing things the friggin' old way, or avoid doing things that are like, again, like outdated, or like, yeah, outdated. That's really kind of what I want to say. I got to tell you, if this is like updating technology, I feel your pain, because I swear that stuff is just, I don't know, man, it either comes easy to you or it doesn't. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I don't know. So all right, let's keep going here. Cancer. Yeah. I mean, you're. For some of you guys, Cancer, it even could be that there's like a Taurus person who maybe like there's something about that is like blocking something, or that's just, there's a challenge in that aspect, something right regarding that, okay? So, all right. Let's see. So let's go over to your opportunity. You guys have the Queen, Determination, and Sacrifice. So I kind of love this, all right? The Queen, Determination, and Sacrifice. So, all right, you have the, yeah. So you have this with the Reverse Emperor and then the Devil card. There is definitely something about like maybe breaking free from control, or you know, in the past you maybe, somebody else maybe stepped in for you or kind of oversaw something, that kind of stuff. I even wonder if there was maybe something in the past that kind of forced you to kind of take like a back seat in something and kind of more so look at something as like the whole aspect of something, as opposed to like the details involved, that kind of stuff. Okay, that could definitely be part of it. I just told another sign. I don't know which sign it was. Sorry, guys. The second I do a reading, I'm like, I don't even know who I read for, what I said, any of that kind of stuff. So I wish I could remember what sign it was, but I would have to rewatch every single reading. So I feel like there's something about like the devils and the details, that kind of stuff. I'm picking that up, that energy up. Again, that came out for another sign. I don't remember which one. Maybe Taurus, Aries, I don't know. Maybe Gemini. I feel like I said that right off the bat there. So, okay, determination and sacrifice. So yes, I feel like in the past energy, there was maybe a sacrifice in the terms of like, you know what, I'm going to kind of like not get into a power struggle. I'm going to let this thing happen, giving somebody else a turn to maybe like try something out or do something, again, like new, updated, that kind of stuff. I even wonder if there's an energy of going into something in the past where there was maybe like no support or no like, determination in some sense, okay? Like the Reverse Emperor, that to me is like a lack of determination, or a lack of like even like being disciplined with yourself, or disciplined with whatever it is that you're maybe like the front runner of, that kind of stuff. So, all right, you have it with this Devil card here. So I do think that your opportunity has something to do with just coming apart from, again, I feel like we're going to keep saying it, like the old way of doing something, or the old way of managing something, that kind of thing, all right? That's kind of what I'm feeling. I even wonder if this is like not like pushing so hard in some aspect, but more so like, you know what it is? It just feels like there's an easier way to do something. That's really what I'm understanding. It's like there's an easier way to do something. It just feels like it's like maybe needing to like make that conscious effort of like, I'm breaking apart from like the old way of doing something, or something that is like traditional, like conventional, that kind of stuff, and moving into something that is more aligned with like a more updated version of life, or whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. So I feel like there's something about like being extremely aware of what it is that you're going into, or what it is that you're doing here. But here's what I understand. I feel like this sacrifice card is, I don't want to say it's like in line with this Six of Cups, but it kind of is. Like this to me feels like maybe sacrificing something in the sense of like, maybe needing to like take time to review something, you know, and that might be the sacrifice, is like taking time out of your day to review something, to revise something, go over something, that kind of stuff. Okay, there might even be like a memory of some sort that again is stuck with you from like childhood, that kind of stuff. Maybe this is like kind of releasing that in some capacity. All right, so let's see, but I really do understand like breaking the chain with something, or like releasing some like bond or something like that. So all right, you have the Five of Wands and you have it with the High Priestess. So this is also showing up for part of this opportunity. So it feels like there is definitely something about figuring something out, even if there's like maybe a little bit of a struggle, or it's figuring something out. But here's why. It's because like figuring something out because it's like the way to keep you like neck and neck with the competition, or neck and neck with like maybe there's other people who are like updating stuff, and it's like, hey, that's the way to kind of like stay afloat, or I don't know, something like that. Okay, like to keep yourself in the to keep yourself involved in something that maybe is like ever changing or evolving in some way. Okay, that kind of stuff. That's what I feel like. It's like, hey, do this. You have the High Priestess with it. I'm telling you, High Priestess sometimes really gives me that like technology, or you know, the internet, or I don't know, something like that. Okay, that kind of I don't know, for whatever reason it kind of makes me feel like that. So I do feel like this is possibly maybe seeing something through like a different perspective, or kind of like going inward to see something from a different perspective. But I'm more so understanding this as intuitive, being like user friendly, or like this is like more people can understand something. There's like a lack of confusion, something about that, and it's because you're like going into something that again has like moving parts, or is kind of like maybe chaotic, or a struggle to figure out, that kind of stuff. But it's worth it for whatever this is. Okay, that kind of stuff. This determination sacrifice card, this might be what this is too, is like again sacrificing one thing for something else, but being determined to figure out something, to find a solution, or to test out multiple options with something, that kind of stuff. So all right, you have the Four of Pentacles, and this is showing up as what to possibly avoid here. So there's something about, I mean, I swear to God, I feel like I'm repeating myself this whole reading. There's really something about avoiding holding on to the old way of doing something. Okay, that can be like a bittersweet thing, or it can just be kind of annoying if you're having to like update things, and like maybe like learning like a new style of doing something. That can be like difficult, frustrating, whatever the heck it is. But I mean, from everything that I see here, it looks like you're wanting to have like you're wanting to have something that is like maybe cohesive, or it's just like everyone's kind of like on board, everyone's understanding something, or that they're understanding like what it is that you're like explaining, or the way that is like your thought process about something, that kind of stuff. Again, it's like don't hold back from something. Definitely like let yourself be known, speak up on something, share your opinion, that kind of stuff, and like doing your best to again like not hold on to like the old way of doing something, or even holding on to like again information or whatever the heck it is that's been maybe passed down to you, and it's like, well, you can kind of make your own opinion about that. Like you don't have to just like take, you know, something at face value, or be like, okay, well this particular person said this thing about this person, so that's like my formulated idea or opinion, and I can't like break free from that. You know what I'm saying? Like to me it's like that's, you know, this is more, to me this is more like being like a leader, as opposed to like following the crowd, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. That's kind of what I'm feeling is part of whatever's going on here. So all right, Cancer, that was a really short reading. I'm sorry about that. That was really short. I hope that made sense. It was helpful, all that kind of stuff. If not, you could check your other placements. Otherwise, I will see you guys back for your next one. Thank you. Bye.